Let's talk more about the elections in the DRC. Bring in Dr. Charles Sinkala. Very good evening to you, Doctor. You're actually in Kinshasa in the DRC at the moment. Give us a sense of what is going on, especially after these very frustrating delays for the electorate.
Thank you, Tembekela. Yes, indeed, it has been a mammoth task here. It has been very difficult, especially for the Independent Electoral Commission. I say independent in inverted commas. Yes, they hasn't been ready, and DRC, they were never going to be ready because we saw what happened leading to the 2018 elections when Joseph Kabila stayed for a very long time, citing that they do not have money to host elections, which was a laughable matter. But indeed, they don't have to be 100%. What is important is for the continuity of democracy in this region. But we have seen that there was a lot of turnouts of people wanted change, but logistical problems and as well as the accessibility in terms of their names on the voters' roll has been missing, and hence there was an extension until later this afternoon when they closed off the voting process. The counting as well started yesterday for those electoral stations which completed the task.
And from what you have observed in your time in the DRC this week, what is at the heart of these delays? Because when it emerged that they were so serious that another day had to be added to the process, that's when a lot of people began to worry.
Correct. In fact, the Democratic Republic of Congo, Tembekela, has been added to Nigeria and other nations who takes the participation of the elections to another day. And this, unfortunately, you were never going to declare such an elections as free and fair. Yes, indeed, the eastern part of DRC, has been consumed with conflicts, because of the mineral wealth, especially in Beni and as well as in Goma, where the accessibility in terms of delivering logistics for elections and aiding or assisting the electorates to freely go and vote for these elections has been very difficult because of private and military contractors who's been contracted by the investors who are there. The Bill Gates Foundation as well as the Bill Clinton Foundation, they've been there for many years. The United Nations as well, they've been seen there flying gold and diamond through aeroplanes, pretending to be maintaining peace and security where there is no peace.
It sounds to me that, from what you're telling us, there's great potential that the process has already been soiled, if not completely corrupted.
Well, you can say that to some extent. Areas such as Kinshasa, Lubumbashi, and these big cities, and as well as other regions, yes, you can observe that there was peace, and you can see some sense of maturity in terms of democratic transition to allow people to participate in their democratic right. But other areas, they've been consumed by protests. These protests has come from opposition political parties. Martin Fayulu, who was the second running to Felix Tshisekedi, has cited that they're not going to accept the elections. Of course, that is nothing new in the African context, because of the not a level ground in terms of participation, in terms of the elections.
And Tshisekedi then himself, because when he came in after the rule of the two Kabilas, Laurent Kabila the father and Joseph the son. How well has he done in turning the tide in the DRC? Because even during his first year, there were accusations that he was basically a proxy to some degree of the younger Kabila.
Well, yes, indeed, Joseph Kabila wanted some continuity of his term of what he did. But, it's not up to the 5 years Felix Tshisekedi has been in power in Democratic Republic of Congo. Each and every president who assumes office in DRC has to start from 1961 when Patrice Emery Lumumba was killed. And they installed Mobutu Sese Seko Kukumbendu Nguwa. They're still correcting those mistakes. And not only those past mistakes, but as well there's conflicts between Rwanda who has accused DRC of creating M12, M23 rebels, and all those that infighting which is going on there. I think it is not enough for one term for the president to to sort out the past and as well to start building up the nation. But so far, there are other sectors of society here in DRC who has confirmed that they would like to give him a chance. But, Moseka Tumbi, the new kid on the block who was blocked in the last elections, managed to confirm his nomination. And I think about 4 candidates who, among the 20 candidates, withdrew to support Moseka Tumbi. But we shall see, and these elections are unpredictable, as you likely saw at Temikile in Liberia, where George Weah only stayed for 1 term and he was evicted very quickly.
And I want to go back to what you were talking about earlier when you said the Independent Electoral Commission, and you said the independent in the name is in inverted commas. I wonder what credibility the Commission has to resolve some of the issues that have already been flagged, the likes of Dennis Mukwege, Dr. Mukwege, the Nobel Peace Prize laureate, having already raised concerns about alleged irregularities in the process. Is there faith that those will be dealt with honestly by the Electoral Commission?
I don't think so. I don't think so. You must remember that the so-called Independent Electoral Commission is subservient to the ruling party. And the ruling party, one of the strategies and techniques, Tembikile, is to soften your position, to make sure that your opposition leaders or candidates, they don't find it easy for them to participate, for you to increase your chances. It has been abused before everywhere in the world and is not surprised. We call for the independence of the Electoral Commission, but it's not, because their tenure of office, especially the chairperson of the Independent Commission in the DRC, is appointed by the president, and his loyalty lies like that in terms of announcing those elections.
Dr. Charles Sinkala, thank you for your time tonight